Alrighty friendos, welcome back to the episode of Zero Sanity, Zero Evidence, You Decide, where we're playing on a Zero Sanity, Zero Evidence custom. We're gonna go inside, do all the tests necessary to figure out the ghost. I'm gonna tell you what the ghost is, y'all get to decide. Time to top right is Smush Hammer, relation to when I smudge the ghost, and it hunts again. I chose random maps, and we of course got high school. I feel like a serious deja vu right now. But this is nice, because on stream today, I think I played 3 games of Prison back to back to back. So, without further ado, we are here. Okay, well, I am... Oh, wait a second. I think I just heard a light to get turned on. There is like a 50% chance I just heard a light get turned on. I was gonna say I'm gonna sit here and wait for the ghost to hunt. But I don't know if a light got turned on. And I don't want to... Okay. I'm gonna say yes to the light. I think Ghostin might be up there. Alright. Well, I'm gonna sit here. I will let you all know whenever the ghost starts hunting, or if anything else exciting happens. I'll go and start a timer. Just know how long I've been sitting here. Okay. For now, we wait. We're no longer waiting. Okay. That is indeed a ghost. I think this hunt took more than a minute to happen. So after this hunt's over, I'll take sanity pills and we'll go gander if there's any ghosty grapes, and if there are, I'll let you know. If there aren't, I'll let you know. Otherwise, we will take a peek at the journal and then load out and see if we're right. Ghost was indeed a Dio. Just in case you don't know how Dios work, they're one of the easiest ghosts, well, probably the easiest ghost to loop in the game. Whenever they start hunting, if they're far away from you, they'll be really fast, but they know where you're all at all times, so they'll zoom to you, but once they get to you, they'll get very, very slow. So very easy to loop, but just very unfortunate if you're in a hiding spot when they hunt and you don't have as much to get out of it. So, what an easy first game. Oh my gosh. I was pretty confident whenever she was running at me that was going to be a Dio. Either Dio or Thay. But if she didn't slow down and she was a Thay, I was ready to smudge. Okay, where are we going? Be kind. Nice. Bleasdale. Okay, we're in. Quick name check. Jane. I don't know if that's a male or female ghost model though, because I feel like I've had some male ghost models with Jane. Basically, I don't want to go to the piano if it's a demon child. That's what I'm trying to avoid here. Okay. Oh. There's no shot. There's... Okay, well, we're just gonna speedrun this. She hunted very quickly. So we should not have to worry. No, I don't want to be here. We shouldn't have to worry about any ghost orbs. So just in case it helps you, I'll show the journal very briefly. Otherwise, blow it out and see if we're correct. Ghost is indeed another Dio. I don't know what this RNG is, but that's crazy. Okay, we're gonna get some different ghosties, I promise. This isn't just a Dio only video. Grafton. Ghost has already turned off the breaker. Like, just wait to the kitchen. And then back on, okay. Oh, I think they're hunting? Yes. Okay, well, ghost finished hunting. I did not hear anything from them. I might go and grab a paramedic so we can at least hear the ghost speed from downstairs if we can't get them to come back down. If they don't come downstairs next hunt, we'll go up there and A gander. Do a propaganda. Yeah, they're hunting again. Okay, I think they're in the attic, that's why we can't really actually hear them. Their footsteps. Okay. I do believe I know what the ghosty is. I would like to stick around for one more hunt though. So I'll see you all when the ghost starts hunting again. They have turned off the breaker once again. They're hunting. Oh, they're actually coming downstairs. Okay. Okay, hunt is over. I would like to stick around for yet another hunt. Okay, hunt is over. I do believe I know what the ghosty is, so let's go ahead and hop outside, take a peek at the journal, and then we will load out and see if we are right. Ghost was indeed the twins. So the reason I was able to tell that is for at least the first one that I heard her, she sounded slightly faster than normal. And people ask me all the time, how do I get better at hearing twin speed? And my advice is to get really familiar with what normal ghost speed sounds like. That way you'll hear when it's slightly faster or slightly slower, because that's how twins work. Whenever they hunt, their speed will either be slightly faster than normal or slightly slower than normal. And I did decide to stick around until I heard the slightly slower twin, just to be sure. I was pretty confident it was twins, but I have actually been tricked by a Moroi one time at 0% sanity. So even I still get tripped up by speeds, but yeah, twins because of the speed. Okay, where are we going? Ooh, Willow. So I like playing on random maps because like it makes me appreciate Willow Street a lot more when I get it when I'm playing random. And again, I think I'm using up all my good map RNG for videos. And then when I go to stream, I get prison and more prison. Okay, I'm gonna wait here. I'll let y'all know when the ghost starts hunting. Ghost is hunting, okay? Okay, hunt is over, and I do believe I know what the ghost is. So let's go ahead and hop outside, take a peek at our journal, and then we'll load out and see if we're right. Ghost is indeed a Hantu. So the way the Hantu works is that whenever it's hunting, its speed is dependent on how hot or cold a room is. And it may be a little deceiving because in my settings, the breaker starts turned on, so the house is going to be pretty warm if the ghost hunts right away. So Hantu isn't going to be fast. It's not going to get a chance to get fast until I stick around in the game long enough for the ghost room to get cold, and then you'll hear it fast in the ghost room. So on these settings, the ghost hunts right away. It's slow. Also, Hantus don't get gradually faster and faster as they're chasing you, so it was staying the same speed. Hantu. You can alternatively, if you're not sure if it's a Hantu because of its speed, you can turn off the breaker, and if you're able to see its breath while it's hunting, then it's a Hantu. Or a mimic, I guess, depending on your situation, but... Nice, okay, well... Sunny! Alright. Let's do it. Well, I'm gonna go inside, and I will let you all know when to go start hunting. I'll start a timer. Chill out in front of the chapel, and we'll go from there. Oh, a ghost is already hunting. I barely had a chance to put down my just in case salt. Okay. Let's go find that ghost. It is looking like the ghost is going to be in the east or west wing. I always optimistically start in the west wing because that's the preferred area for the ghost. So I'll either meet you over there if the ghost is there, or I will meet you... Oh, just kidding. Wait, what? Okay, I lied. The ghost is on the left side of the courtyard. I would like to acquire you. Somehow. Some way. I do believe the hunt is over, and I do believe I know what the ghosty is. Let's go and hop outside, take a peek at the journal, and then we'll load out and see if we're right. Yeah, and the ghost hunted quickly enough. We don't have to worry about ghosty grapes. In case you didn't know, if the ghost hunts under 60 seconds and it's something obvious, you don't have to worry about mimic. Ghost was indeed a Jinn. So Jinn, because it was normal speed, the breaker was on. Obviously, it starts on. But whenever I hopped around the corner, let it see me, I got instant pep in its step. That's the Jinn ability. Whenever the breakers turn on, it will get like a speed up to get to you. And then if I were to let it get close enough to me, it would have gone back down to normal speed and then gradually increase speed with line of sight, like other ghosts. Yeah, those long quarters like that are really good for testing for Jinn, especially if you have a paramite, because you can listen to the speed and then pop out into line of sight and see if you hear that instant speed up. Different from a rev. Because a rev would be really, really slow, and then when it sees you, get very fast. Okay, these games are... I don't want to jinx myself. Okay, I just jinxed myself. GG's. I mean, we're not going to get a point hope game on You Decides unless it's random, so... Wish me luck on RNG here. Okay, I'm going to start a timer, but I'm just going to chill here until it starts hunting. Okay, it is hunting. Uh-oh. Hunt is over. I do believe I know what the ghosty is, so that is crazy RNG. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's go and hop outside. Take a peek at the journal. And then we'll load out and see if we're right. Ghost was indeed a Revenant. That's crazy. I was like just talking about it, comparing it to a Jinn, and then we got one. So you didn't get to see the full potential of Revenant. But the reason I know it was a Revenant is because it was extremely slow. It was like dum, bum, bum. However, if it were happened to have seen me, which it didn't, thankfully, I guess because the railing on the stairs, Or if I'd like yelled at it, turned on my flashlight and detected me, it would have gotten very, very fast. That's kind of why I was like, oh, and I turned around because I didn't really know where my hiding was, and I didn't want to get revved. So rev because of the speed, super duper slow. You're hiding, very, very easy ghost to figure out. Okay. Willow! Oh my gosh, I don't... I've been recording for like 23 minutes. These are the most games? I've never had this many games in this amount of time on either side. I'm definitely jinxing myself, but all the games. I usually like to record for like an hour. Oh, because sometimes some of the games take a lot longer if they're big maps. Okay, hunt is over, and I do believe I know what the ghosty is. So let's go and hop outside, take a peek at the journal, and then we'll load out and see if we're right. This was indeed a Moroi. So the reason I knew it was a Moroi, or should I start by saying you all maybe thought it was a Moroi or Thay at that speed. Morois are fast based off of your sanity. We start at 0% sanity, so it's going to be very fast. A Thay's speed is depending on how old it is. When you first start a contract, it is the youngest it can be, and it's the fastest it can be. So they kind of sound similar in speed, but an unaged Thay and a 0% sanity Moroi, the Thay is going to be faster. However, if you can't quite tell that, what I did is I stood up and I let it chase me, and listened to see if it gradually got faster and faster and faster. And this ghost did. I don't know if you could tell, the speed did slowly, gradually increase as it was chasing me. Whereas the Thay would have stayed the same speed. Morois also are blinded for a couple extra seconds compared to Thays, which I don't like using that. It's hard to notice with the tier 1 smudge stick, and I like using the tier 1 smudge stick. So I usually just listen to the speed. Or if I'm extra unsure, because on this difficulty my sanity pills restored 20% sanity, I could have hid, taken a couple pills, and listened to see if the ghost slowed down as my sanity went up from the pills. Which Morois will do. That's a trick you can do on like Nightmare or Professional or whatever to test for Moroi. Nice. Okay. Oh, back to Willow. Okay. We might... I decide if I want to pick some maps. Maybe I'll let random continue to run its course. I'm gonna probably regret that, aren't I? Okay, well I do believe I know what the ghosty is. So let's go and hop outside, take a peek at the journal, and then we will load out and see if we're right. This was indeed another Revenant. That time I tried to stand up so you could see what the speed sounds like whenever it does detect you. Very fast. If I were to have smudged him or tried to hide, he would have gradually slowed back down. But I didn't really get a chance to do that, so. It can be a pretty spooky ghost if it sees you and you don't have a way to get away. Edgefield. Pray for garage hiding for me, please. Oh, my game froze. Oh lord. We're good. No garage hiding. Okay. Well, we gotta YOLO upstairs, I guess. We have hiding upstairs. should have started a timer, but this ghost is taking a hot second to hunt. Okay, they're hunting. Okay, I was gonna try to smudge up, but Edgefield is can be pretty OP for getting away like that. Okay, we'll do a smudge timer. Let's do like maybe a test up here. Nice. Alright, just move that door. I don't know if I properly showed it, but it did disturb the salt, and the ghost did. Oh. Yeah, I had a feeling you were gonna do that. Okay. Well, I kind of would like to, like, do another test and do a smudge timer that way. Prefer if you didn't keep using the crucifix. Thoughts? Considerations? Okay. Okay, hunting. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try that again. So I'll see you all for the next hunt. I might make sure that he isn't like pathing this way anyways before I try that. Oh. Oh, sorry, you're taking a bath. That was very rude of me. Okay, he is taking a little bit to hunt. Since that ghost event. Here we go. Okay. Hopefully he comes back upstairs. Okay, well I do believe I know what the ghosty is. So let's go and hop outside. Take a peek at the journal. And then we'll load out and see if we're right. This was indeed a yokai. So the reason I knew it was a yokai is because whenever I went upstairs and I was yelling at him, I wasn't really yelling at him, but I turned my walkie-talkie on. Any other ghost would have heard that, they would have sensed it, and then went to that room and found me. However, this ghost could not hear me. Yokais, I think I have to be within 2.5 meters of you to be able to hear your equipment, or hear you, sense your equipment. So yeah, yokai, because it had no idea, it didn't hear me. They're deaf. A lot of people say they're dumb ghosts, they're deaf, they just don't hear. They're pretty smart otherwise. Alright, I do believe those are all the games I have for y'all today. A lot of quick ones. I did have a request to list all the ghosts we had in this video, so I'm going to put those right here. Feel free to comment down below how you did. Did you get 100%? Or a couple of the ghosts tricky? Let me know. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. If you found yourself enjoying the video, make sure to drop it a like. If you're new, subscribe. Good luck ghost hunting, and I will see you in the next one.